Journey with the Jaways as we explore Africa in 3 months through 8 countries. Join us as we willingly disrupt our sense of normality and challenge ourselves to live boundlessly by physically crossing borders, create deeper connections together as a family, and of course, explore the endless possibilities that exist beyond our various African borders. Hey there, it's Yolz channel. When we decided that we are driving to Kenya, we needed to decide whether or not we are buying or renting. Hello honeys, I'm shaking in excitement because we are at Bush Law and we're gonna have a look at what vehicles they have. I can't believe this trip is happening. It is Wednesday today. Hubby decided to extend his trip at home, and it is week 2 of prepping for our getaway, which is in less than 2 months time. Crazy. Is it even a getaway? It's a runaway into Africa for 3 months. But anyway, let's go and see what they have. We found 2 companies, Bush Law and Brits, where we could actually find 4x4 rentals that are fully kitted for camping, for overlanding, and had a variety of vehicles to suit either a family's need or somebody who is single doing this alone or as a couple as well. So this is how we actually ran into Bush Law. My husband found their website online. They basically have 4x4 rental vans that are fully kitted with all that you need if you are overlanding, specifically through Africa. Most of these 4x4 rental companies have branches in Namibia, Botswana, and I believe in Zambia as well. And there are tons of companies who do similar rentals, as well as have vehicles that they do actually sell. We wanted to compare whether we want to actually buy or rent a vehicle like this. This is what it looks like inside for all your bags, but it also has a fridge as well as a storage compartment below, and obviously you can store all your bags there. It comes with your pots, your pans, as you can see, your cups as well, and basically everything that you would need if you were camping and parking your car on, like in a caravan park or a campsite that allows for you to either pitch your tent or sleep on your actual vehicle. They are based in Midrand. They are one of the first stops we made, as mentioned in the intro. Last year, we actually had gone to Brits and seen some of the vehicles, but we needed something that can suit all our needs as a family of 3. While we were still deciding on whether or not to rent or buy, we visited Frontrunner, who actually does most of the fittings. They have a similar competitor called Alucab, and I believe they also work together on some of the things. They basically fit the tent on top that you see on some of the vehicles. It was really interesting seeing this side of life because we knew absolutely nothing about it. One of the things that we also did was search for the type of prices that these vehicles go for, and most of them range between 400 and about 600,000 if you are buying it from a reputable company that does these 4x4 rentals. But then you're looking at a mileage of about 200k. It was really interesting seeing the actual tents and fully, immersing ourselves in a world we didn't know at all. It helped also being on the Facebook groups. Of course, we were the only black people there. No, maybe not the only, but there were very few of us that we could see. Well, there were a handful, but it was really interesting getting into a world that didn't have a lot of people who look like us, but also finding out, what our white counterparts get up to when it comes to having fun. We have camped before quite a lot of times, and most of our supplies were from like fishing, supply stores and stuff like that, but this was just a brand new world for us. Really loved this experience. We didn't just go to the places that do fit outs. We also went to actual car dealerships. I actually filmed most of it on my phone. Follow our page, which you'll obviously see some of these on there. What we knew is that if we were going to purchase, it was probably going to be a Toyota Hilux vehicle, because from what we've seen in these groups and what we've been hearing is that Toyota has got universal parts and they are easily accessible all throughout Africa. Stay tuned for the final vehicle that we decided on. Our final days in South Africa included lots of running around, and we knew that if we wanted to get anything and everything, we needed to firstly clear my Take-A-Lot cart, which had little things for fares. We also visited Outdoor Warehouse for extra camping equipment that we knew our vans did not include. We had to answer so many different questions after watching overlanding videos and so many other videos of people who've actually gone and driven through Namibia, through Botswana, through other countries in Africa, and most importantly, people who've actually camped and slept in their cars or on top of their cars like we will. So Outdoor Warehouse has most of the supplies for happy campers like ourselves, and this was a useful trip for me because outside of just like what I know from camping, I needed to see this new world and discover what people do to really prepare for such trips. We got a few things like extra storage boxes and things that we knew would fit and be sturdy and keep all our stuff intact, including our equipment. We've got gadgets. I think we got about 4 of these boxes. Some of them are split between food, some gadgets, some electrical equipment. We needed extra lights. I want to create, on this trip, and storage can never be enough. Let's be real. Going into this, I knew we needed a partner who is fitting for such a travel series. So up next is all the details about our travel partner, and then we'll go into all things equipment. How are we shooting this beautiful travel series? One of the biggest things we asked ourselves before embarking on this journey of sharing with the world what we were doing, which is super crazy, was, do we want to take a brand with us? Naturally, we went through a few brands in our heads, but there was one particular brand I knew that would be perfect in actually protecting us, pampering us, and keeping our skin in lock under the African sun. And that was none other than multi-award-winning skincare giant Portia M Skincare. We have corporately partnered with Portia M as our primary skincare sponsor for Journey with the Jawes travel. So this whole series is basically covered, pampered, protected by Portia M and their team, which is where we're at. Let's actually have a look at the Portia M story, share it with you, and also share the facility with you. Let's go. I wanted to have a chat with Koketso, who is the marketing and PR officer of this beautiful 12-year-old company that's been making huge strides in the South African skincare and beauty space.
We know that we are not just a skincare brand, but then we have an impact into changing someone's life. Something you need to note is that we are moving actually to a very bigger firm, a very bigger production space. I think it's only because of the level in which the business is growing.
Walk me through the facility.
So as you saw, Yolz, walking through into the production, there are certain procedures that we need to comply by. We need to put on our PPE, we need to sanitize, and then when we get there, obviously we went through straight to the filling area. Okay, the filling team, they actually get the product done already. The product is tested, it's already ready to be filled into the packaging. So that's what they do. They will package it, they will fill it into the bottles, your marula oil, they will fill it into the bottle and then put on the insect as well as the cap. Same as toner. The procedure of the marula oil and the toner is the same. And then it goes straight into the shrinking, and then they package it with 6-inch shrink, and then it goes through the machine, it gets shrinked, and then it goes to the box for Distribution, yes.
Okay, and the lab?
The manufacturing side, they will do the product and then take samples to the lab. And then the lab team will, the microbiologist will definitely test the product, test if it's ready, it's safe to be used.
The
pH level.
How that's tested.
Yes. And then immediately when they are done doing that, they approve the product. After approving the product that it can be released, there's quality as well that goes back to the machines, the filling machines, to test. They take swabs of the machines to check if the machine is clean and the hygiene part of the machine actually, whether there's no contamination to the product. As much as the product is approved to be released, it's safe to use. And then now the quality team will also declare that the machine is safe to fill up the product, and then the product, that's when it starts being filled. So it doesn't go into the bottle without being tested, without the machine being tested, without the packaging as well. It's also checked and verified if it's safe to have that certain product. Yolz, it feels so amazing to know that we are as a company, we are not just growing by ourselves, but then we are growing with our customers as well. You were our customer just before you can even be our influencer.
Yes.
So it's not just you're growing, you're also growing your channel as well. You're getting more followers, you're getting more people who loves you, more honeys as you call them.
Purpose beyond anything. I think for us, when we sat as a team, we thought, okay, we have so many options, but then we realized actually when it comes to purpose, we only have one option. And the option is Porsche M. With no doubt. No, for real. You know? I'm not going to lie to you, we spent hours. And when we got to know, let's actually just make one corporate partner. One client of ours, who we also clients too, that makes sense on a personal scale, on a purpose scale, and also on an African scale. Nice. So for us, we were like, well, who do I use every day? I use the sunscreen every day. Who's gonna pamper us? Porsche M. Who's gonna protect us?
I mean,
in terms of skincare, Porsche M. So that is why we thought it would be fitting for us to partner with a brand like yours. Thank you so much for taking us on the tour. Thank you for sharing the glow with us inside the lab and out. I'm going with products. Thank you for my products.
Obviously.
And also we're excited to meet other people who don't know the brand and share with them not just the product, but also the Porsche M story. We needed to upgrade our equipment. I have been using pretty much the same equipment for the past 5-6 years, upgrading it every 3 to 4 years, but really slowly and gradually. But you know what? We wanted to show you the best of Africa. So we started off with seeking one of the best drones for our needs, at least, and DJI was undoubtedly the only option we really had in terms of trust and use over the years. They were one of the first drone companies to actually contact me to test out their equipment when they launched here in South Africa. So we went to Africa Drone King in Randburg to actually have a look at the drones that they have that would actually fit the travel series needs, which was really asking the question of, can I shoot a drone in portrait and landscape? And guess what? We found our drone. So I'm actually going to insert some footage of us unboxing all the other equipment that we have, and just really want to thank all of you for supporting us on this journey. We would not be here if it wasn't for you guys, and I know for sure I would not be able to afford the lifestyle that I do have and the freedom of both travel and, you know, not having to think too hard about finances. we finally got a GoPro. One of the things we wanted for some time but really didn't put any action to it was a GoPro, and we got the latest one, which is the GoPro 11. Yes, there's a GoPro 12 coming up, but you know what was available right now and the latest model was this GoPro 11, and that is what we got. This is what it comes with. My husband and I are going to be shooting this together. My husband loves swimming, so hopefully he will put this to the test in water itself. And of course, our drone, it is the DJI Mini 3. I'll put the full details right at the bottom of the screen. And of course, it came with some accessories. We needed some SD cards, we needed batteries, we needed extra little things that we knew that on the journey we may not be able to get in any other country besides South Africa. It is a bright Saturday. Ooh, is that a Saturday? No, Friday morning, the 15th of September, and our very final day in the country. Tomorrow we officially leave, as in exit the border, but today we start our journey with the Jawes. Here we are. We had the pleasure of staying in this beautiful hotel on our last few days being in Johannesburg. We are actually we're about to check out. We were staying at the Capital on Park Hotel, which is part of the Capital Group, and it is literally along Catherine Street in Sandton. Absolutely beautiful. If you know your way around Sandton, then you might know exactly where it is. Centrally located, literally walking distance to Sandton City, the Mark, and literally Grayston Drive is right here. I've been taking Faiz to school from here, getting onto the highway and quickly getting him to school. Really amazing stay so far. The service has been amazing. There has been no load shedding for some of us. We've been enjoying a load shedding free couple of days, which have been amazing, and being able to just do our own thing, order in our food. It's actually really felt super convenient because you can do it on your phone. But yeah, that is all about the hotel and where we are staying. How's about I get into the details about where we are going? We are off to pick up our van, our 4x4 van. And I am super stoked because it just got real. Things just got real. So we want to take you along with us, but I did not want to not mention where we stayed and how our stay was, because these final few days were so pivotal for us. And to wake up with the sun, it's been cold, cloudy, overcast the past few days, but the sun shining up there so high. It's just one of those things that I just needed that. I needed that nod, and God saying, go with light. Yeah, you get it? Light, being lighthearted, lightweight. His yoke is lighter than ours. And of course, go with the light that is inside of you, which is Jesus Christ. So shine to the rest of Africa. Okay, that is how I'm starting the vlog. That is it. Let's go and get this truck. So we finally picked a vehicle, and it was Bush Law. We rented this vehicle for 77 days, I believe, or is it 87 days? But basically a full 12 weeks from our calendar, leaving from the 15th of September and coming back in December. This is what we chose. This is the vehicle, and I'm gonna just add some music in the background for you to get a little bit of a tour. It's not a full tour. We got a full induction from the Bush Law team before heading out, including lifting of the actual tents that are on top of the vehicle, getting in there, setting it up, and I was so scared y'all gonna see that. And yeah, you know, this was a little emotional for me because I kept on saying things are getting real, and both my husband as well as the Bush Law rep were saying no, things are finally real. We picked up our truck, but they figured that the second fuel tank may not be full. It's about 80 liters of fuel that they're going to check if it is refueled, because I'm networking already. Just met somebody from Botswana, and hopefully we'll be taking his rides for a ride. But yeah, we're about to leave. Someone's been occupied. He still is. We will check you guys a little later. I love the fact that we chose something that we thought would fit all our family's needs for this trip particularly.